Hello, hello, hello. Three camcorders. These are the three camcorders I've used over the years, and I wanted to do an interesting video of. I'm gonna try to not only have these all three rolling at the same time, and fingers crossed they sync up with the different, formats and resolutions and all this stuff. That one's a little crooked because it's hard to get them all set up as well as I'd like, but layering not only the video but more importantly the audio, and hopefully they'll all be audible and sound okay. Um, and just using the built-in mics, and we'll see what we get. And so this is a little bit impromptu as well. I didn't really plan this beyond layering the three things. So to start off with, I guess I'm just gonna go through a couple of things about these camcorders with the whole soft-spoken tone. So this first one over here, I'm going to start with the cheapy boy, my old original camera that is the, let me get the thing. This is the, yes, the Sony DCR SR47. I guess I can give you a little bit of box sounds over here. Yeah. I will say I'm a little worried about my middle camera here because it seems to have a quiet mic that I can't see picking up audio right now, but that's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Basically, yes. So this cheap boy camera here. I guess I don't know if it's the cheap one, but it's the old one I got. It's from, I think the model is from 2008, so I probably got it either around then or 2009, something like that, I think. And it's great for a beginner. It was really, really good. It's pretty comfortable in the hand, and it's got a lot of automatic things, so if you just turn it on, you just open it up, start recording, it's going to record. It's going to do things like, I didn't think I turned off the anti-shake thing for that, but it'll try to, it has an anti-shake thing, so stuff tries to keep things from shaking around too much when you're walking around. It'll try to bring the light up if it's too dark, or bring the exposure down if it looks like it's too bright, so it'll keep your shots from going crazy with that. Or audio, it'll bring the audio up when it's quiet. It'll try to bring the audio down if it gets really loud. Just a lot in autofocus, of course. It does a lot of things to try and just, make your shots more consistent and salvageable without you having to do anything for it. And you have very limited control over what you can do with that, I guess. But it is good because it'll just kind of just work. The downside of this thing, more so, that is well, also it comes with 60 gigs of internal storage. Awesome. You can, with what this records, that's like, I basically never had to, I don't think I ever totally filled it up. And that's maybe because of the main downside is just that the video is not that great for current standards anymore. It's not even 720p, I don't believe. It's like an HD, I don't know if it's an HD setting or if it's just an HQ, like high quality setting. It might not be HD even. And while it can look alright with good lighting and in that higher quality setting like this, even in ideal conditions, it still looks dated and soft, and like, I like it. It's a kind of a nostalgic kind of style that I enjoy. It's not great. Also for still images, it's terrible. Can't take a still image, save your life. They always come out with weird, low quality, fuzzy, rainbowing stuff. It's really bad. Not that you'd really want a camcorder for that anyway, but if you were thinking, well, it has the functionality, it's not worth it. So very, very good beginner camera. Actually, the mic, again, is really good with the directionality and stuff on it as well, which I guess I can't showcase super well when it's, you know, right here. It's like I'm going to go, oh man, I'm over at this side of the camera. Now I'm over on this side of the camera. But it's going to be hard from layering the audio anyway. But you can still hear the operation of the camera, which is to be expected. It's got a hard disk in it, and it's an internal microphone, so some of the camera's own sound is going to be picked up by the camera itself. That's okay, but yeah, it is as it is. It was a very good camera for a while, and I don't mind every once in a while breaking it out and doing a new video here and there with it. I still have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I'm surprised it still works after. I mean, every time I take it out of storage, I have to set it up like it's a new camera again, which is like mostly just setting the date and changing a couple settings, and it's good to go. But it doesn't keep the internal, like whatever internal battery thing is in there, like it's not keeping enough charge for that anymore. So it is, you know, probably on its way out eventually, but it still works despite being dropped a few times and everything. So that's good. It was a very nice camera. Next, we're going to talk about this one, which is my second camera. Oh, and that one is upside down, but the Sony HDR CX440. Which does have a spare battery. An external charger with it. I got a whole bundle of accessories and stuff with this. Now this camcorder is definitely was a step up. It's the smallest, lightest of the three. Does 1080p 60, and while it doesn't look amazing at it, it looks very good. Definitely looks a lot better than this one over here. So this is a pretty good camcorder. In terms of what I wanted for videos, which was to look good. And I really couldn't complain about that, especially since it's a nice package and stuff. I think they actually do still sell. It's like probably get a CX200 something. You can still get these days that is probably like slightly different. A couple bells and whistles are different, but it's more or less the same thing as this. For pretty cheap. It's only like a few $100 maybe. And it is an older, you know, model of things. It is a little annoying that like it's so light that even just having the way I have this propped up, it's like kind of like on something. Because even, and this is like even tilted, I can tell. But like the, you know, preview screen or whatever kind of like will make it tilt down by the weight of that when it's out. It's kind of annoying. It is incredibly light. It's most portable, I guess, and easy to bring around and everything. It also takes decent pictures, actually. They're not great. You wouldn't want to use it for photography, but if you were going to take pictures of something, this would definitely do. They're usable. And it has a couple of downsides, being that, like, one of them is the fact that it's, the audio in it is, like, the microphone's worse. Doesn't have as good a directionality to it, doesn't have a nice bass response to it. It's a little bit tinny. It also has like, it's kind of like a rattling sound. I wonder if I get close if I can hear that. I can kind of hear the rattling just of the thing working. It's a solid state drive in there, so it's not like it's an HDD like the other one has, so I don't know why it has to rattle when it's in operation, but it does, and it picks up on the mic, and it can be really annoying. So most of the time I would use like my, I don't know if you can see that back there, my Blue Yeti's back here. And I would use that to like record audio separately and try to sync it up later, and it's always kind of a pain. But it worked well to combine both of them for a while. It also only comes with 8 gigs of internal storage, which kind of sucks because you have way bigger files but way less space to store them, so you're not really going to use that for most of your stuff unless you're shorting really short videos or something. So you pretty much have to get like a micro SD card, or it may still have the ability to use like the memory stick things that like their Sony's proprietary thing that it may still work in there. But also the weird thing is that I don't like that it has the power cable, power sync, whatever cable, kind of like feeding, like it's built into the strap, the hand strap thing. It's not a disconnectable cable, so if something gets messed up with that, I guess like it's going to make things difficult because yes, you could still externally charge the battery with that package that I have, and you could still take out the micro SD card and take stuff off of there. But the annoying thing about that is if you take them off the micro SD card directly, they're sectioned off into like smaller clips, whereas like on here it'll be as long as like each video is the video if you plug it in the proper way. Something weird about how it connects like that. Instead of splitting them into like the size constraints of the formatting of the card. Although I may have gotten around that because I do have this. Apparently this has, which I didn't realize was a thing, but when I looked at the menu, this thing says it has like XAVC as a format, so I just selected that. So it should be potentially all one clip thing anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. It's the first time I think I've actually used it. I usually do the AVC HD or whatever. But it was a very good upgrade that I desperately needed. And last we have this one, which I think I know the name maybe, but I'm going to go double check. This one is the Sony FDR AX53. I kind of have just my general camera crap sitting in this box. And this bad boy is my nice 4K camera. Sure, it's only 4K 30, but 4K looks great. The 1080p 60 when I want it looks great. Yeah, it is the biggest and the heaviest of the 3 cameras. This thing is a tank. It's a beast. I've also had some issues with the microphone. I did record a thing with the microphone that was okay, but it was a different format, so I'm wondering if that is changing it. I guess I'll be able to kind of tell on this. If you hear any like audio rapidly phasing from left and right at any point, it's this middle one. It's that camcorder's built-in camera that did it, because that's the thing it would do to me. But which is also making me also a little nervous right now, is that like all 3 of these are like different resolutions, and I think they're all different frame rates. Like this is 30, that one's 30, that one's 60, and it's like 4K 1080p, probably 600 or some kind of thing. I don't know what that is. Hopefully it all comes together in editing and isn't a disaster, but I'll do what I can with it, I guess. With this thing, yeah, the mic was a problem, but I was like, well, I've got one, so I could connect an external microphone. That's what I typically use. Because the microphone sounded pretty good, other than the phasing audio issue. Doesn't sound too bad, honestly. And I like that I have a bit more control. It has a little ring around it I can turn to like manually adjust things if I had. I can only have it set to one thing, which I usually have it set to exposure if I want to like manually dial that in. But I could put it on focus and have it be like a focus ring if I wanted. And I mean, I don't really need the night vision part. I don't really need like the pull-out viewfinder part thing or whatever to look through that. Unless it's like super sunny out or something if I was shooting something, I guess. But yeah, it's awesome. It was probably way too expensive for what it is, for just being still kind of a hobby consumer level thing. But other than it's slow to get files off of here because they're huge and it's micro USB connection, I'm mostly very happy with it, honestly. You know, it's one of those where if it breaks, would I get something different or would I get another one of those? It's kind of a hard call. Maybe I should try, I don't know, I should try some whispers or something? I don't know. So let's do some of that. So if we get up close and like whisper around the, closer to this bad boy over here. Whoa, I guess you can see more if I just go right in front of the camera I want to whisper to, but like, with the stereo sounds of things and whatever, I can kind of get around it too. So, yeah, these are interesting. Just going from camera to camera here, I guess. It's interesting. Like even on the previews, I wonder how these are gonna come out in post. From what I remember, this one is usually pretty like washed out and it's kind of soft image and everything, but it might look pretty decent with so much lights being smashed onto it. This one has super good details. It's probably more accurate with a lot of the colors and things. But like this one, unless I just edit it the way this looks, this one usually has a bit more contrast and more colors to it, which I kind of like that look. I'm sort of a fan of that. I'm super worried that this middle one here is not picking up any audio because it has the thing for the. It's confusing because the on-screen thing has the things for the microphone that usually light up when it hears things. But just because it's not lighting up doesn't mean I can't hear things. I don't want to like scratch this because I'm gonna boost the audio. It's gonna boost the hell out of something it is picked up. So let's find some stuff for sounds maybe. that's all I got. I didn't really plan this super well with all the different noises and things. I thought I had a box of stuff that made noises, but I either moved it or I don't have it anymore. But hopefully this audio comes out okay in some way at some point. Worst case scenario, I have to just have it be a kind of a garbled mess, I think, or salvage it to just one audio track, which would be rough. But anyways, that would be an interesting thing. Let me know if you like the way that it sounded and the look and anything. Because every once in a while it is nice to just pull out these old cameras and do stuff on them, still have use for them. Like I say, this one's mostly like a backup, this one's a nostalgia piece, but I do like both of them still. It's just kind of fun to mess around with them, and I'm still very sad that the Sony Handycam line of camcorders is gone. But if they ever make a new one that's within my, realm of being able to afford it, but with some modern conveniences like 4K 60 and USB-C, I'd be all over that. So, I don't know. Hopefully this was nice and good, and have a great day.